Now, before we talk about Selector, obviously, if you guys haven't already, by now, I think everybody has already unlocked this thing right here. There's this Menace Arena. So this thing requires you to have one team of every element. Whether you like it or not, you have to... That's your end goal, right? Your end goal is that particular run. Obviously, early on, you want to try to build like maybe 1 to 2 teams, maybe 3 teams first. But you want to have 6 teams in the long run, right? You can mix things up, alright? You can basically put... But your characters have to have at least fire characters, right? I cannot select the aqua one, for example, right? So that's going to be something that you have to be aware of. So obviously, some people... that's going to basically filter one character out specifically, right? And what is that character I'm talking about? That is going to be... For most players, alright, for most players, that's going to be Frisha right here. So just because she's a water element, I don't think Frisha is bad. I just think that because if you have Chitose or Chisote, you might not want to have too many water characters, right? Just lean towards the other one, right? You don't need to have 3 water, but at least just have just have at least 2. You can mix in the last one with someone else, right? For now, Frisha is going to be someone that if you really love Aqua Team, then go with her, right? I guess you can always put her as a support for Chitose if you want to. That's going to be the case in most cases, right? The exception right now, and I think the recommendation right now that I have, and I would highly recommend you guys to consider, is probably the Terra team. Now, Terra team, there's 2, right? There's Jerry and Nazuna. I think this is going to be the one that, aside from the Aqua team, the Terra team also has 2 from the standard banner. I feel like both are very strong. So Jerry is going to be the DPS in this particular case. Then you get Nazuna. Nazuna is going to be a very strong support. Nazuna is going to be really good because she has the ability to heal, right? She's the only character, as far as I know, in the game right now that can heal. Correct me if I'm wrong. There are some characters that can give shield, but I think Nazuna is going to be the only one for now, right? Terra team is going to have it a lot easier than the other team if you love to play the game on auto. If you are an auto abuser, you love to let your game go auto and go and make a sandwich and then come back later, your team is still alive, auto team is probably going to be... Terra team is probably going to be the one that you want to go with, right? I think that's probably one of the best one in end game because of how friendly it is generally to have a healer constantly help you out, right? So that's going to be specifically for her. And also, she is not only a healer, right? Even though she can do this, she can basically, right here, right? She can heals the main tracker's HP. She can also buff. Wait, where is it? Where's the buff right here? This one. The squad receives Kiss of Penguin, which increase their attack by 103%. 103% attack buff is a lot. Even though it's only for 3.5 seconds. But this is, keep in mind, this is on level 10, by the way. I'm looking at the level 10 skill. I think at level early on is like 20-30%, right? So you are going to get that eventually. But she's going to be a very good buffer. There's a chance that, alright, again, if you want to be safe, right? Ideally, right now, Terra team only have 3 characters, which is Jerry, Nazuna, and Rich, right? Rich is the 4-star. You still sort of need them if you want to complete a team. But I feel like Nazuna is probably going to be, again, we don't know how the future meta is like. But assuming how it is like in other gacha games, she's probably going to remain relevant in a long time because she's a supporter that buffs attack and also can heal. Unless another healer that can buff attack comes out, I doubt she will get replaced. There's a chance that Jerry might get replaced first if another DPS, can outscale her in the multiplier department. That could be one thing to consider, but right now, I don't think Jerry is looking bad. She's actually really strong. Alright, she has a very strong burst skill right here, can do 1000% attack for Terra damage. She has relatively strong auto attack as well. These 2 are very good. So if you did have Nazuna already in your account, then you can consider picking Jerry. If you already have Jerry, you can consider picking Nazuna. If you want to complete the Terra team, the last one is going to be Rich, but you can get away with not having Rich. You can put somebody else in if you want, right? That's going to be one factor to consider. Now let's talk about Minova then, alright? She is going to be the only, I believe, one of the few for the light team, the Lux team, if you want the only 5-star right there, right? But she's not the only DPS. You can actually get away with not having Minova because right now for light team, you can form a full light team without having Minova, right? Did I misremember? Lux. Yes. So there's 4 characters for Lux team. There's Minova. There is, I don't know her name. There's Jinglin. There's Tilia. You can get away with not having Minova. Now, Minova is still good, right? She's still strong. But again, I'm not saying that she's weak or anything. I think she's probably going to be stronger than the other options, right? So Tilia is going to be a support. In that case, I've already built mine. I haven't built Jinglin yet. And the other girl, I forgot the name. That's going to be the stuff that you know, if you want to make a team, you can do something like Jinglin as a DPS or the other girl as a DPS, right? Yup, if you specifically want a Lux team right now, if you want to complete your Lux team right now, she is going to be an option for a lot of players. I don't think she's a bad choice at all, but it gotta depend on your other two team. I feel like if you already got two support, like for me, I already got two of the other Lux characters, picking Minova makes a lot of sense. But if you don't have any other, ones, then you have to consider, you know, maybe waiting a little bit before you get the other characters, right? One more is going to be, I think, Ventus team. Again, Ventus team, a lot of people have been saying this is going to be one of the few more free-to-play friendly one, right? So Nanoha is very, very strong. Everybody knows by now. Extremely, extremely strong, has very high multiplier. She was broken back then in CBT. Still broken now. Still one of the strongest, what is this, Ventus team character. And also you get N from the pre-registration. So very good combo there already, right? So if you want to, right? Noya works just fine. I think Noya is going to work, but Nanoha is just better, right? So it's the same concept like I've said for the other things. If you want to build a Noya, you can. But generally, if you already got N as a support... Oh, Kanes, I forgot about her. Yeah, Kanes is there as well if you want as a support. So then you can use Nanoha with N and Kanes. If not, you want to build your Noya, you can build Noya as well. I'm not sure if it's worth building Noya though, right? I don't think it's worth it because like in this game, if you build a character, you can't refund it, right? So you gotta think carefully. Should you proceed with building Noya? If you're not gonna get Nanoha in a while, sure. But if you're going to get Nanoha eventually, you know, the next time you lose 50-50, I think that resources is better off going to Nanoha. That's just me though, right? That's just me. At the end of the day, I feel like if I can wait a little bit to build a team, I will wait a little bit and see, like for my case right now, let's say if I'm not picking for Ventus team, right? I already got N, I already got Kines. I will try to wait a little bit. I would rather not build Noya right now. It's not a waste, but it's just early on, it's very taxing, right? There's just too much teams. Might as well focus on teams that you can take advantage of for your teams, right? So the last one that I never talk about is everybody's most hated element. Now, why do everybody hate them? I have no idea. But Qixia, alright? As somebody that has Qixia, she's actually surprisingly good. A lot of people undervalue Qixia just because they have Amber. Amber has further range, right? Qixia is very versatile, can be used in both DPS slot and the support slot, regardless if you want to. That's going to be the stuff, right? Also, Flora is a very good support right now, universal for crit rate and crit damage buffer. She's also a fire type, right? So you can do like Qixia, Amber, and Flora as a team, right? She's the only 5-star for Ignis team for now. If you want to do that, if you want to lean towards there, then get that. If not, that's going to be the stuff, right? The last one is going to be Mystic right here. If you are trying to build an Umbra team, I think she's also one of the few that you can get away with. You can maybe use her as a DPS. I forgot her name. What's the name again for this girl? You can use her and then you can use, I think, Koret and the other two, Cosette and Korenis, as your support. But Mystic is a very good support. Caramel, yeah, Caramel, right? Caramel is very strong. As far as I know, even if you do obtain, I don't have Caramel, right? As you can see, I do have Coronis, I do have Cosette. Cosette was very broken in CBT, and I think she's still quite strong as a support right now. She can do a lot of things and can also increase damage taken, which is a very good debuff overall, right? I don't see much characters having that debuff. So Umbra team can be considerably strong as well if you get Mystic. If you do get Mystic, I would highly recommend putting her as a support rather than a DPS. Her main, she's very strong in summoning the ghost, right? Her main, this thing right here, her main multipliers is not that high. Like her numbers aren't as high. 15%, 10%, 16%, right? This is at level 10. Can you see Qixia is way higher? 34, 40, 62 at the end, 43, 43, 72, right? But she's a very good support. You want to use her for this one to summon the ghost, and then the ultimate can do a lot of damage as well, AoE. So this is pretty much what it is, right? I think at the end, you just gotta ask yourself which element you want, right? I think all of these are viable. Maybe except for Frisha, I would highly advise not getting her. Maybe you get her eventually, but not right now, right? Early on, you still want to get to as many teams as you can. So focus on either whichever team that you are looking to complete, right? So Minova, Nanoha, Mystique, Qixia, Jerry, Nazuna, these are all very good choices. So here's the thing that you can also consider, right? I know a lot of people are very excited. So in 2 weeks time, right, Chitose's banner will go away. This one is 17 days, right? So if I were to pull in the next banner, if I lose 50 in that, if I get whatever, I can choose to use my selector afterwards, right? To hopefully not get dupes or get characters that I already have. That could be something. I know it's a bit long. Not everyone want to wait for 2 weeks, but at the same time, I think would be quite beneficial to know who the next character is, the next banner, what element is that character going to be after Chitose, right? If you want to wait, I think that could be a viable option as well. I don't think it will expire. Yeah, if it will expire, it will have the date here. But this one doesn't have date, so it will be there permanent. So if you want to wait a little bit, that could be a thing as well. So if the next character, let's say, is a light element, then I will get Nanoha. But if the next character is a wind element, Ventus, then I will get the other one, right? That could be the thing as well. There's no rush for me, right?